But let's say they do get this recipe right. Let's say they do pay heed to what you're saying and put that team together. How should they measure success in, let's say, a year? So they've gone in, they've done what they thought was right, they've taken the right advice. How do they know if they're doing it right or not 1 year in?
So, if you want, I'll take a stab at it. Again, three matrices largely I'd use. One is the delivery metrics, which is your basic matrix, which effectively, when you compare to your offshore peers, right, firms see at least a 20-30% faster delivery time because of the time zone alignment, right? So nearshore should be able to deliver 20-30% faster than just having a setup which is an on-site offshore centric setup. And it is established by a number of studies that have been conducted on this topic. The second is the capability metrics, right? Nearshores would have to have moved up the value chain for it to be success, right? So from transactional work to work in strategic areas like AI, in product engineering, in domain specific activities. So 1 year on, are you doing stuff like that? And the third is people metrics, right? And as you would have seen, we've kind of belabored that point on the people, retention and engagement, with an extremely strong integration with the parent company, onshore, wherever that may be. With very strong integration, nearshore centers see at least a 10 to 15% better chance of retention than, let's say, outsourced vendors, right? Because you're driving your own setup. And so the softer signal, when CEOs and business leaders visit these centers, they should not be talking about cost or doing reviews on cost. They should be showcasing innovation. That's when you know you got it right.
Nice.
Malay, what do you think?
I think Rajeshwar covered most of it. One very important matrix, or not matrix, but a checkpoint, since you're talking of a 12-month horizon, is that how many of the global corporate processes, until unless constrained by local law, are being replicated. Whether it is talent management and people management matrix, whether it is mapping your travel accounting processes, whether it is, any of these processes have to be mapped. Then the organization is, from a process standpoint, integrated into one organization.
Yeah, breadth and depth, not just tech.
Not just tech, right? And look, I feel very confident that it's a matter of time. As there's a learning curve, there's a maturity curve. Now, if India took 10 years or 12 years to go through one level to the other, I'm sure nearshore will take 2 years or 3 years. They will not take the same 10, 12 years, because a lot of people have gone through it. There are a lot of people like us who have a good knowledge of the land, and we can help them accelerate, and so on and so forth. But most companies have to make sure that they have leadership, they have governance, they have process mapping, right? And if they do all these things right, then if you take a 3 to 5 year return on investment, it is going to be probably very, very compelling. I wouldn't be surprised if it could compete with some of the most efficient setups even today, right? But if you're looking at, hey, from day one, I have to cut down this much, and day two, I'm going to cut down this much, then, you have to invest a little in terms of time, effort, people, processes to see the right result over a period of time.